previously saw how to validate if an empty list contains any values, and if statement effectively checks whether that list is empty or not. If you missed how that works, definitely check out my previous videos. Essentially, every object evaluates to either true or false. As you know, if statements rely entirely on these Boolean checks, Python converts an empty list to false. These are known as Falsy values. They are a fundamental part of mastering Python logic. Think of none, the false keyword, the number 0, and the point of empty strings, lists, dictionaries, and sets all belong to this group. Internally, Python treats every one of these as false. Let's look at how the list item specifically works. How does Python actually perform this conversion behind the scenes? Python executes a specific order of operations to find the truth. First, it checks a type. If it's already a Boolean, like true or false, it simply returns that value exactly as it is. No extra work needed. Supply false and you get false. Supply true and you get true. But what if the type isn't a Boolean? Like our empty list over here? If the object is not a Boolean, Python moves to the next logical step. It doesn't just give up. It looks for another way to measure truth. This is where the length check comes into play. Python asks, does this object have a length? If it's not a Boolean, it calls the internal len function to see what's inside. If the length is 0, it's false. Otherwise, it's true. It's that simple. So, check for Boolean first. If not, check if the length is 0. If the length equals 0, the result is false. But if the length is 1, 2, or 3, that becomes a truthy value. Watch, when we check the length of this empty list, the output is 0. And when you cast that to a Boolean, you can see it returns false. 0 items means a false evaluation in Python logic. But look what happens when we add items. I've added 2 items here, and it immediately converts to true, because the length is no longer 0.